Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Welcome to week 3 as I am filming this. It is week 3 of the school holidays. School term. Sorry, school term. What? I can't believe I said school holidays. Anyway, I wish. I wouldn't mind having another break. Anyway. That's just me being greedy. But anyway, it is a beautiful, beautiful day. I spent the morning outside in the garden, getting it all tidied up. I think I mentioned to you already that I switched up my whole routine for the year and I adjusted it according to what, as I change, as the times change, as people grow and you need to adjust your life. I changed my routine to better suit me this year, which meant that instead of going to do the groceries on a Monday morning, on the back end of not doing any gardening over the weekend, and now cannot get my earring in, I then cleaned the garden instead, and groceries are now on a Wednesday and the garden is no longer Wednesday, it is now Monday. So it was, if you can see what I'm wearing, a beautifully brisk and fresh morning. I had a nice jumper on in the garden and it has warmed up now. Don't get me wrong, it's meant to be 23 degrees today, but it was 11 degrees this morning as opposed to the last, I don't know how many weeks. It's already like 20 degrees when we wake up. So for it to be 11 this morning, loving life. Anyway, welcome back to another week. I am so ecstatic that I can wear a cardigan today because it's just all the right type of feels. I'm going to show you my outfit and then completely dive into work to get ready for what is hopefully going to be another productive week. Last week was just brilliant. Everything just flowed so beautifully with this new routine. I am so happy. I love this cardigan. It is one of my favorite shades of that bluey green tone. Anyway, same top as last week. However, as in one that I wore last week, this little stain that I have here, I cannot get rid of. And so I feel like after today, unless I'm wearing it with something like this, it is no longer a top to be worn without being covered up. Just because the stain is in a horrendous place. I can sort of as a teacher get away with stains because, markers, pens, we get stains on our clothes all the time as teachers. But this one is just, no. Anyway, black work pants. Remember those ones last year that I took the belt off of? I was going to throw these out and replace them, and then when I changed the belt, fell back in love with them. Anyway, black flats. I hate flats, and I think if there's anything I'm going to invest in this year is a pair of open back loafers because I'm done trying to make flats feel comfortable. I have spent so much money on flats over the years and like none of them. They all hurt my feet. They might look nice, they're not comfortable. So anyway, I better head off. That's the outfit. Gold accessories, just the usual. Oh, and I'm wearing my the pendant that my friend gave me the other day and a few vlogs ago for my birthday. Anyway, that's the look. What a busy day. Anyway, I made shorbat adas, which I'll show you tomorrow. I made a lentils soup. And that is our entree for dinner, courtesy of with some leftover pulsa from yesterday. It has been such a busy day. I have now freshened up after dinner and I need to try and fit in some piano practice, so much so that I have to sacrifice my exercise for tonight and practice instead because I can't do both. And today's just been one of those days where there's just way too much that happened. Anyway, it's all good. It was still a good and productive day. Just there's a couple of things on my routine, on my list, my schedule for the day, that's not going to happen. So anyway, time to get into this. Everyone, I have not been awake long. My face is probably looking like I just woke up because I did about an hour ago actually, but I'm on my way this morning to see Teta. Remember how I mentioned that my routine has changed for the year? Well, happy Tuesday. I have now switched up going to see Teta on a Thursday to a Tuesday, just for a myriad of reasons. It makes life so much easier. Anyway, I have I have also got a few things to update you on. Sunday was officially 4 weeks of no sugar in my tea, which I'm very, very happy about for my health. Like, it's wonderful, but at the same time, it did nothing for my acne. A lot of people were adamant that the reason my acne wasn't improving was because of all the sugar in my tea. Now, when they say all the sugar, it's literally 1 teaspoon that I was having per cup. Granted, I have several cups of tea in a day, although of late, specifically this year, I cut it down from about... Did that person just beat me? No. I cut it down from about 7 cups of tea. Sorry, I thought that person just beat me. I was like, I didn't do anything. I cut it down from about 7 cups of tea to 3. So regardless, nothing has changed in terms of acne. I have no concealer on yet this morning. I'm not ready for the work part of my day yet. I'm just wearing some casual clothes to go see Teta, but it did nothing. Anyway, on top of cutting out sugar, on Saturday, I also decided to cut out caffeine. I have noticed that, and I know a lot of people think that because it's tea, it's not really a problem, but I think I consume so much tea that it is a problem nonetheless. So on Saturday, I decided that's it. I'm going to trial for a period and see if it makes much of a difference. And so far, so good. I'm going to trial having no sugar. Sorry, I'm repeating myself now. No caffeine in my tea. That is a big turn. It probably looks funny the way I just took that turn. It is a very, very big turn. Anyway, so I think it's Tuesday now, so today is the 4th day of no caffeine in my tea. Yesterday at work was very hard. I was getting very drowsy and I was like, oh, I need my caffeine. But I'm pushing through and I'm completely just not having caffeine. So anyway, we'll see how that goes. I'll keep you updated on that as I have done with the sugar. I'm hoping that also may have some sort of impact on my health, because if nothing but the addiction. So when I'm feeling the withdrawals from the wanting the tea, I start to get headaches and I start shaking. I'm hoping that going to decaf will fix all of that. If I could find what could fix my acne, that would be even better. But until then, I'll let you guys know. I'm still like, look, coming up to Lent when I give up, although it's not that, because I gave it up for 1.5 years and it changed nothing. But coming up to Lent, I'm giving up sweets. So like chocolate, ice cream, cake, things of the like. I'm not giving up fruit. I'm not giving up like those sorts of things. And I'm not giving up honey. Like I have honey on in the morning for breakfast. My first meal, I have a piece of honey toast and a piece of Vegemite toast with a cup of tea. And so I'm giving up ultra processed sweets, like packaged junk, all right, like the things you would buy in like a confectionery store. Anyway, so if anyone has any suggestions for what I could try with my acne, I'm honestly at my wit's end, because I feel like I've been on a 2-year process. I've had the acne for years, but over the last 2 years, I've really tried hard to figure out what it is, and nothing has worked. Like nothing's changed. So anyway, I've also noticed that when I watch my vlogs back as I'm editing them, I say the word anyway a lot. That needs to change. Surely there's another filler word that I could have to like progress my conversation into another topic. One other update before I get to Teta's. Yesterday was the first morning that we felt here that summer was coming to an end and it is now heading into autumn. My heart is so happy. Yesterday, as you can see, I'm wearing the same jumper as I did yesterday morning. It's only a very, very thin one. Like this is very thin. But it was cool enough that I wanted something on my arms, because I felt when I went out to let out the ducks that it was a little bit brisk. I needed some extra layer, which was great. I have had enough over this last week of the insane humidity that we had. It was horrendous. So I am very happy. And this morning again, not as cold as yesterday, but this morning was once more cooler than what we've had. Now, if I know Australia, it won't stay like this. It gives us a little tease for autumn, and then it goes back up again. And I think next week is back in the 30s again. But it's still nice. It's still nice knowing that this humidity is coming to an end for a bit. So I'm very happy. What is this? Oh my gosh, Teta. Now it's a donkey. Look, the body is able to rotate and not the head.
It's not the camera.
Yeah. It's computer generated. Oh my goodness. Oh, what did we make today? Well, you. What did you make today? Basella rose. Yum. I love this dish actually very much. Yeah, why the potato bed? Extra. You can never make one dish.
No, this is from yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Not today.
Bye, Teta. All right. I have just finished up with Teta. How cute were those videos? Teta cracks me up. I downloaded TikTok for her. Oh, I'm gonna say at least a few years now anyway, maybe like 4 years ago now, so maybe a year after I got TikTok, because in April it'll be my 5 years since I started on TikTok. So anyway, wow, I'll have been a content creator for half a decade. I just realized that actually. Anyway, it's a bit warm. It's 20 degrees now, so it's feeling a little bit warm with this jumper despite how light it is. Anyway, it's hilarious seeing Teta watch those videos, especially because it makes her laugh so much. So it's really nice. It's actually quite sweet. Now I am going to do the groceries before I then head off back home to get ready for work. All my morning routine that I have yet to do. I haven't read, I haven't prayed, I haven't done the garden, I haven't, showered, moisturized. I've got, by the way, I have a severe eczema problem on my legs. Thankfully, it's not on my face. I've got, acne is enough. Anyway, did the aircon come on or not? Please tell me it didn't bloody stop working already. Again, I mean. No, it's coming on. Okay. I have started dry brushing, which if you don't know, it's literally just taking like a dry brush and brushing along your legs for 2 reasons. One, and I started this literally, I think like 4 days ago. One was to help with the circulation. I am riddled with spider veins. I've got very poor circulation in my legs. So one, to just try and encourage my lymphatic system to circulate better. And then 2 is for the exfoliating of the eczema before I then put my vitamin E cream, which I must say, the next day looked great. I used to, last year, I haven't done it this year. I just all of a sudden this year I just stopped doing it. And going into the cooler months I won't do it anyway. But last year, towards the end of it, during summer, wearing those 3/4 length jeans or skirts, I was tanning my legs. I'm very pale on my legs because I never show my legs. So I'm very, very pale. And so I would put fake tan, which is a moisturizer. I'd put the tinted moisturizer that would slowly tint your legs, not an instant tan. And as a consequence of the moisturizer, the eczema was at bay. However, I stopped doing that and the eczema got worse. So I don't really fancy doing fake tan at the moment. So I'm just putting my vitamin E cream, and wow, my eczema is looking so much better. Anyway, there's your update. And if I have anything else to report to you at any time soon, I will chime back in. Guys, I'm at the grocery. Well, no, I'm at the shops to do the groceries, and I just saw these jeans in the window, and I was like, oh, I'll try them. Tell me why the millennial in me cannot cope with baggy jeans. Anyway, I'm gonna try on this pair and this black pair and see, but I can't come around to liking these. I've just taken these ones off. Do you know what though? These are so comfortable, and I feel like if I had a belt, and obviously not with this top, although like this is not a bad top for it, but just with a different look, I actually think these might work. They are still very baggy, but I think they're so incredibly comfortable, and for a change, they don't gape massively at the back, which those ones did. There was like a hula hoop at the back here. I actually think these are actually all right. They're just like a better fit of what I just had on, but they are incredibly baggy. Oh. These are the black pair, and honestly, I'm always so much more drawn to darker colors, but these are nowhere near as comfortable. They look nice, but they're very like firm. They're not as comfortable, so I think I'm going to get that second boot pair. I bought my jeans and I just bought I'll show you them when I get home, and I just bought a tea, and look, as you can see, half ice, no sugar. Well, not a tea because it says clearly no tea, but they basically, in other words, have my bubble tea that I normally get without tea, like an alternative, so that I have no caffeine. How good. And actually this tastes amazing, so I'm very, very happy. It's Tuesday, so you know what that means, a tuna pasta day. I love it. A bit quieter today. Oh, looks like we have an overcast day this morning. It's 6:30 a.m. and usually the sun is really nice and bright right now. Obviously it's not going to be as bright, it's overcast, but like I always say, beautiful nonetheless. Oh, the Pope has been diagnosed with pneumonia. Anyway, I am currently having my tea and toast. I have one Vegemite and one honey on sourdough. It's actually such a good way to start breakfast. Happy Tuesday, everyone. It is actually the afternoon now. I am almost about to start work. I'm editing this vlog. I've just done all my lesson planning. Today actually has been a huge rush. I had a meeting a bit far away from home this morning that it's more of a private thing, so I'm not really going to share it online, but something I had to go and take care of in the morning. And so it's been a whole rigmarole before work. Anyway, yesterday I realized I cut the vlog short because I never showed you the jeans or any of the usual stuff I show you in a day yesterday. So I did buy those jeans, I think I mentioned that, and I did style them in a whole outfit yesterday, which by the way, I despise them. I despise them because I just don't think they're very flattering, but they're very comfortable. So I'm trying to tell myself that I don't need fitted jeans to look nice. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep them. And tomorrow I will style them in an outfit again. And I will remember to show you tomorrow. I'm very sorry I didn't show you yesterday. I am just wearing the same thing today as I wore 2 days ago on Monday. And yeah, so I think that brings you all up to speed. I need to go and finalize all of these little leftover things now before I start work, but I just wanted to bring you all back up to speed for today. Before then, the next thing is, which will probably be after I finish work, the next thing is me showing you another dinner. So anyway, we'll see. But there's your update. All right. Haha, do you see what that is? Roast chicken and potato cooking for dinner. Yum. Dinner time, roast chicken and vegetables featuring some thum. It's actually so nice to finish work and have dinner ready. Yum. Now for the thum. Oops.
This is garlic sauce.
Good morning, everyone. Let's go check. I see. Let's go check for any more, but well, I'm not making sense first thing in the morning. The eggs, and I was just checking if there were any more hidden, but looks like just one this morning. It's also exceptionally overcast here this morning. There are way more clouds than there were yesterday, and I don't know, sorry, there we go, if you can see, but all those birds that are lined up along the top of that shed, oh, that looks so nice. Now, good afternoon. I am currently getting ready for work. This is not my work outfit though. I just wanted to trial something. I thought maybe my detest for these jeans might have something to do with the fact that perhaps they're better suited to a winter look. So I thought I'd try on a jumper. It is definitely too warm for a jumper today, but I thought I'd try on a jumper just to see if maybe I liked it. Look, it could be millennial bias. I don't know. But first of all, this here is so unflattering to me. Second of all, the cut. I think if I'm not going to wear skinny leg jeans, I think the only other style that suits me is straight legs. This flare business is just ridiculous. And now I didn't check. I don't know what the return policy is I bought these from Huber. I don't know what their return policy is. They may only give me an exchange and not a refund. I don't know, but I am thinking that they've got to go. I'll show you what I was thinking of wearing for work, and then you let me know what you think. I want to love these because they are by far the most incredibly comfortable jeans I've ever owned. I'm almost tempted to get them tailored. That's how comfortable they are. And that is also, the fact that they are that perfect fit around the side is something that is just so hard for me to find. Anyway, in my attempt to stop wearing tank tops for work, I have kind of told myself that I'm only going to wear them as a layering piece. So for example, underneath this cardigan. Now, it is too warm for a jumper, but it's cool enough for a cardigan, if I'm sure that makes sense. So yeah, this is what I'm thinking of for today. And now, like, do you see what I mean? Like, I almost need to conceal the cut with the cardigan for me to then go, oh, and even then I just think it looks so sloppy. I feel like right now, if I were to go and put on a pair of my straight leg or skinny leg jeans, instantly the outfit would look better. I don't know what to do, but if I'm going to take these back, I need to take them off. I'm very, very confused. And I'm also short on time today because I've spent the whole morning cleaning the garden and cleaning the duck pen when I should have been practicing piano for a student's lesson today. Anyway, all good. I better get a move on. I'll show you what I look like when I've finally decided what I'm wearing for work today. Instant better. That doesn't make sense. Instantly better, I should say. See, I'm a straight cut kind of girl. Straight cut pants or skinny leg jeans. That's my style. So I have decided I'm going to take the others back. What a ridiculous waste of my time and potentially money, because I don't know if they'll refund them, but we shall see. But anyway, I just need to learn my lesson from this. I've tried so many times to buy flared jeans. Don't like the way they look. I don't mind flared pants, weirdly, but flared jeans, Anyway, this is the look for today. I've combined two of my outfits that I wore this week into one new, essentially, outfit. Anyway, I'm going to get ready and then I'll show you when I'm all done. I am now on my way to a meeting, and just a couple of quick updates regarding the caffeine situation that I've given up. So I mentioned to you all that I gave up caffeine, I believe it was on Saturday. So we're at like the 4 or 5 day mark roughly. If it was Saturday, I can't remember for sure, but so it's been, I'm going to say, about 5 days of no caffeine, and I must say I'm struggling. I never would have thought that I was having that much caffeine in tea, because I really thought there was so little I wouldn't notice, but perhaps I've just been such a big tea drinker that I was drinking enough to notice. Anyway, I am constantly sleepy, and I think because before I gave up the caffeine, I'd given up the sugar. I think that's had more of an impact now, because with sugar, obviously there is a little bit of a peak and then a crash. And so prior to giving up caffeine, I've just had a month of drinking caffeinated tea without sugar, so there was no crash, just the bit of the
Please
slight,
obey all traffic regulations.
Thanks, slight energy boost. And now as a consequence, I've given up both the sugar and the caffeine, and I'm just feeling really drowsy all the time. So yeah, not great. Anyway, I'm going to push through like I did with the sugar. The sugar took me a solid 4 weeks before I could enjoy my tea. Everyone said 2 weeks, it took me 4 before I could really enjoy it without the sugar. So I'm going to try and see. This weekend will be 1 week. I'm going to try and really push through for the 4 weeks. Anyway, I'm giving up so much before Lent. Like, I could have just given those things up during Lent. But anyway, I don't know why I decided to make my life so much more challenging to start with. However, it's all obviously for good choices. The other thing I wanted to update you on, I am not coping with one adjustment in my routine for this year. So obviously I've mentioned a handful of times already that I've altered my routine for this year. The one thing that's not working is exercising at nighttime. I don't know how people have the energy to go to the gym or to go home and work out after work. Maybe it's because I finish so late in the day. On average, I finish around 8:30 at night every day. And so I'm probably a lot more tired than most people would be, because most people, obviously I'm talking, you know, on an average here, most people have a 9-to-5 job. I know, again, not everyone, but most people do. And so I feel like maybe if I finished at 5, I'd have a lot more energy. I don't know. And obviously that's not an option for me, nor is it a complaint. I love my job. I just think I need to try and fit exercising in the morning back into my routine, because it's not happening. So I don't know. Maybe I could trial, you know, doing 3 days a week in the morning and 2 days a week in the evening. So like Monday, Wednesday, Friday in the morning, Tuesday, Thursday in the evening, because I do have a lot of things I have to do. For example, Tuesday is usually my Teta's day. Thursday, I have this meeting, as well as other things like the duct cleaning that I do in the morning on a Thursday. So maybe that's a good idea. I don't know. As always, I will keep you in touch with what happens, but I just thought I'd share this because I know a lot of people complain that sometimes content creators only share the good, and of course on these vlogs that doesn't happen, but I'm just conscious of the fact that being really raw about all these things could perhaps anybody that's watching make them feel more understood, and you know, you can connect better. So if you're struggling to work out at night time, know that you are not alone. Good morning, everyone. Good evening, actually. My first student for today, you can probably tell from the lighting from the sun with how low it is that it is so much later. Anyway, I digress. My first student for today cancelled. And so as a consequence, I have been doing so much more stuff during the day to try and maximize my use of time. Anyway, before I go and actually start tutoring, I am showing you proudly a better result with this skirt. Someone suggested in, I don't know where, a reply to my story, I think, a story post, to try matching this with a pink top. And first of all, I don't really have a pink top. I only have a pink singlet. But they gave me the idea to not try and use one of these colors and to try something else. Black is my fail-safe. Like, no matter what, I feel like if I don't know what to wear with something, I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't have something that matches, da 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 da. It could be shoes, bag, whatever. Black is my fail-safe. It goes with everything. More than any other, you know, fail-safe color, like for example, white or neutrals. Black is my favorite. Anyway, so I have paired this skirt with my black top and black flats, and now suddenly this skirt doesn't look as horrendous as I felt it looked when I wore it with my white tank top last week and white flats. So anyway, make it make sense, but for some reason I don't like this skirt with the white. However, freshly washed hair, so it's all a little bit fuzzy at the moment, and gold accessories, but it is so hot that my fingers have all swollen that I'm wearing my index ring finger on my ring finger. Did I wear that right? Yes, I did. Anyway, I do now, however, have to go and get ready to start tutoring. So I don't have long. Oh, actually I do. I have an hour. I still have a good bit of time, but I want to try and maximize still what I have left beforehand. Actually, before I start, I want to show you something really quickly that my granddad installed for me today. So as you know, this is my office. So for context, right next to it, which is what I want to show you, is this little kitchenette that when I first started my tutoring business, my granddad installed using recycled materials that we had lying around the farm. He used that to create this little shelf for me right adjacent to work so that I could then make my tea whenever I needed it during work hours to save me having to leave and then go upstairs, etc. So I, today, had this toaster put in. And now over the years, I've added things as well. Like this microwave wasn't originally there. But because I had that toaster put in today, it was just that final thing that made this little kitchenette area just too full. So I asked my granddad to install this little shelf up the top. It's got all my like teas. There's like 3 boxes of different teas up there, 2 bottles of alcohol, and then some little, you know, like things, a cookie jar, a little... I use that to hold my tea bags, but it's actually a little milk pourer for when you serve tea, and then like poppy seeds and honey at the back. So I'm really happy because now this little kitchenette area, it just had, in real life, it looks so much nicer because it's all cleaned and organized now, but it's just add a nice layer of depth to it. And then on top of my fridge, I've got my collection of teacups. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you all. So now I'm going to make a cup of tea. I'm going to, actually, do you know what? I fancy a bigger cup. There we go. I'm going to make a cup of tea and go to work. Apologies if you can hear the kettle in the background, but if you remember, 2 birthdays ago, yes, my sister, I'm pretty sure I made a video about what I got for my birthday 2 birthdays ago. My sister gave me this cup, gave me this beautiful, beautiful glass cup, and it's decorated in my favorite colors. Anyway, I packed it away. I should probably sit down. I packed this away because I said to myself, oh, you know, it's too nice to use. I don't understand at what stage that logic became, oh, my fingers have gone down in terms of the swelling. At what stage it was normal for us to say, oh no, you know, we'll save things like this for special occasions. Like, I know everyone says it now, and so I appreciate that it seems such a cliche, but truly, being alive is a special occasion. The older I'm getting, the more deeply conscious, if that makes sense, I am of the reality of life, of death. And now, obviously, as a Christian, I believe in an afterlife. I believe, you know what, let's save the belief conversation for another day. But in summary, as a Christian, I believe that my soul, my spirit continues on. But that aside, it is still one life on this earth. And so, you know, whether you're religious or not, whether you are an atheist and don't believe anything, regardless, the reality is at a point we are going to die. And so being ever more conscious of that has made me so appreciative of just being really in the moment. And I realize that this is something that a lot of people, I feel, have, you know, the realization of as they get older. And evidently I'm at that point now. All of a sudden I've just gone, hang on a minute. I'm not saving my nice jewelry for special occasions. I'll wear what I want every day. Obviously it needs to be appropriate for functionality, but I will wear whatever if I fancy it. And this cup, when I was cleaning up out in the kitchenette area, and I found it, I was like, do you know what? That's it. Ridiculous. I don't understand. Actually, I'm going to use it now. I'm going to put my other cup away and I'm going to use this one now. Oh, maybe I'll use this one for herbal teas only. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to share little moments like this because if you're able to add that sort of mindset into your life, I feel like it will allow you to live fuller. You know the saying, live life to the fullest. It's really easy to say these things without being able to really appreciate the depth of the meaning. And so in life, and I do think, for context, living with my grandparents is what makes me so much more conscious of this already. Maybe I'm wrong, but if you're able, notice when you get up in the morning and you say to yourself, do you know what? I'm going to enjoy my life that little bit more because I'm going to use the nice things. Like, do the things, wear the nice outfit, wear the nice jewelry, do the nice things if that makes you feel good. You don't need to save them for special occasions because, honest to God, you got to wake up today. And that is, you know, if you wanted it to be simply just for a special occasion, that is a special occasion. But that is reason enough. You're alive. Like, that is just incredible. I've got my tea and Those that know, I am having a very rough start to the time of the month, and so this is not my baby, but it may as well be my baby because it's going to be attached to me for the next few days.